Hello Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Randy's steady presence on our pitching staff and his unwavering character off the field set an enduring example for all who knew him. These words from the San Francisco Giants sum up the legacy of Randy Moffitt, a man whose calm spirit, unfailing work ethic, and love for the game left a powerful mark on Major League Baseball. Randy Moffitt passed away peacefully at age 76. His death followed complications related to a long-term illness. Yet even in his final years, those close to him say he remained the same kind and thoughtful man they'd always known. Born in Long Beach, California, Randy's path to baseball greatness began in a backyard shared with his older sister, Billie Jean King. While she would go on to become a tennis icon, Randy carved his own story on the diamond. Drafted in the first round by the San Francisco Giants, he made his big league debut in 1972 and never looked back. Across 11 MLB seasons, mostly with the Giants, Moffitt became known for his steady hand in high-pressure relief situations. With over 500 games pitched, 96 saves, and a career ERA of 3.65, he was a fixture in bullpens across the league. Fans admired his reliability, and teammates leaned on his quiet leadership. He later joined the Astros and Blue Jays, bringing the same strong arm and selfless attitude to every club he pitched for. But it wasn't just his stats that set him apart. It was the way he played. Humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and always willing to help the next guy up. Off the field, Randy gave back as a mentor, coach, and community volunteer. Friends often described him as one of the warmest and most grounded people they'd ever met. He remained deeply proud of his family, especially his sister's fight for equality in sports. Beyond the game, his presence will be missed by many. His example, on the mound and in life, will continue to inspire. He is survived by Billie Jean King and other family members, who shared that Randy lived a life full of meaning and integrity. Tributes to Randy Moffitt. Number 6. Kim taught us not only how to play the game, but how to respect it and each other. With those simple words, a former player captured the true essence of Kim Hughes, an athlete, mentor, and quiet leader whose impact echoed far beyond the scoreboard. Kim Hughes passed away peacefully at the age of 71. His passing follows a brief illness and has left a heavy heart in the basketball world that admired him deeply. He began his journey in Freeport, Illinois, and rose through the ranks with hard work, not flash. After starring at the University of Wisconsin, he entered the NBA in 1974. Over 5 seasons, he appeared in 341 games with the Nets, Nuggets, and Cavaliers. He wasn't known for piling on points, but for protecting the rim, grabbing rebounds, and making his teammates better. He averaged 1.1 blocks per game, embodying grit and team-first basketball. But it was after his playing career where Kim truly shined. Moving to the sidelines, he became a coach who listened, encouraged, and lifted players up. His thoughtful approach made him a beloved figure in locker rooms and coaching staffs across the league. Kim never sought the spotlight. What he cherished most was the respect of his peers and the success of those around him. His integrity, humility, and quiet strength made him unforgettable. Many remember his genuine mentorship and calming presence. He had this way of making you believe in yourself, even when you doubted your game, one former teammate shared. Though he never raised a championship trophy, his victories came through the lives he touched and the values he passed on. Kim Hughes is survived by loved ones, former teammates, and countless players he helped along the way. Funeral arrangements have been kept private at this time. His story wasn't about fame. It was about purpose, service, and dignity. And that's what makes his legacy timeless. Tributes to Kim Hughes. Number 5. Teach the young people and help them out. We need our kids to be in programs. That's it. What I like to do. Progress. That simple and powerful message came from Walfredo de los Reyes Sr., a man whose life and music inspired generations. He passed away at the age of 92, leaving behind a rhythm that will never fade. Born into a legendary musical family in Havana, Cuba, Walfredo brought his heritage to life with every beat. From his early days performing alongside greats like Cachao Lopez, to helping shape the modern Latin jazz scene, his hands shaped history. He carved a space all his own, blending drum set with Latin percussion in groundbreaking ways. On albums like Cuban Jazz and Eque, Ritmos Cubanos, he didn't just play rhythms, he opened doors for future musicians to follow. After leaving Cuba, he carried the music across the globe. From New York to Puerto Rico and Las Vegas, he shared stages with showbiz giants, Tony Bennett, Dionne Warwick, Rita Moreno, Sammy Davis Jr., leaving each collaboration brightly marked by his signature sound. Beyond the stage and studio, Walfredo was a devoted teacher. He traveled the world, leading clinics, sharing knowledge, and inspiring. He made time for students who couldn't afford lessons, because to him, progress wasn't about fame. It was about lifting others. His generosity of spirit touched everyone who met him. Known not only for his technical brilliance, he was celebrated for his warmth, humility, and unshakable dedication to his art and family. That legacy lives on in his sons, Walfredo Reyes Jr. and Daniel de los Reyes, versatile, acclaimed musicians in their own right. And in every young percussionist he mentored, every groove he recorded, every smile he left with an inspiring story. Walfredo de los Reyes Sr. passed peacefully, surrounded by love and a lifetime of achievement. Messages from fellow musicians and former students pour in, honoring not just the master but the man behind the music. "We've lost a true giant," said a fellow percussionist, "but his rhythm still guides us." Tributes to Walfredo de los Reyes Sr. Number 4. Celeste Wilson was a multifaceted contributor to journalism, admired for her professionalism, warmth, and deep commitment to community storytelling. Born and raised with strong Mississippi ties, she was influenced early in life by her faith, family, and a passion for connecting with others. These values shaped her pursuit of higher education, leading her to earn a master's degree in journalism from Arizona State University, where she refined the skills that would define her career. Her broadcasting journey began at CBS affiliate KNOE in Monroe, Louisiana, where she quickly established herself as a dedicated and relatable voice in local news. Over the years, she brought her talents to several stations, including NBC affiliate KARK in Arkansas, where she worked as a morning reporter and anchor. She also contributed to public broadcasting as one of 2 state hosts of a weekly PBS program, further highlighting her versatility and commitment to accessible, community-focused journalism. A pivotal step in her career came when she joined ABC affiliate WAPT in Mississippi as a weekend anchor. Though her time there was brief, colleagues and viewers alike were struck by her authenticity, her professionalism, and the warmth she brought to the newsroom. Her reporting style reflected her values, always prioritizing truth, compassion, and the human stories behind the headlines. Beyond her professional achievements, Celeste was known for her devotion to her family and her strong faith. Friends and colleagues described her as kind-hearted, uplifting, and full of grace. Someone whose presence left a lasting impression both on and off the screen. Celeste Wilson passed away suddenly at the age of 42 following a heart attack. Her untimely loss leaves a void in journalism and in the many communities she served. But her legacy will endure in the lives she touched and the stories she told. Tributes to Celeste Wilson. Number 3. A voice is a soul laid bare, a conductor once said while describing Lourdes Ambriz. Her voice held deep passion, precision, and the spirit of a nation. When she sang, audiences didn't merely hear music, they felt it. Lourdes Ambriz, treasured soprano and pioneer in Mexican opera, passed away at the age of 67 after a brief illness. Born in Mexico City, her musical journey began early and flourished for over 5 decades. Known for her versatility, she brought life to an extraordinary range of styles, from Renaissance masterpieces to groundbreaking contemporary scores. One of her most defining achievements was playing Euphoria in Grands Montezuma. The production traveled across Europe and Latin America, placing Mexican opera in the international spotlight. Her stage presence was commanding, but always heartfelt. She helped shape the future of Mexico's opera scene, not just on stage, but behind it. As artistic director of the Ópera de Bellas Artes, she mentored a new generation of voices and brought modern Mexican compositions to life. Premieres like El Coyote y El Conejo and Aura reflected her commitment to both innovation and tradition. In 2006, she received the prestigious Medalla Mozart from the Austrian Embassy, honoring her exceptional contribution to the arts. She collaborated with legends like Plácido Domingo and Ramón Vargas, and performed with leading orchestras around the world, including in the United States and Europe. Her artistry transcended borders and inspired musicians everywhere. Fellow soprano Olivia Gora shared, "Lourdes was not only a trailblazer, she gave with all her heart. Her voice was pure, but her soul even more so." Beyond the stage, those who knew her remember her warmth, her humility, and her unwavering belief in the power of music to unite people. Lourdes Ambriz leaves behind a world that sings more beautifully because of her. Her contributions to opera and her nurturing of young talent ensured that the legacy of Mexican music would not only endure, it would evolve. She will be remembered always for her brilliance, kindness, and the way she changed the landscape of classical music. Tributes to Lourdes Ambriz. Number 2. It's not enough to love music. You must live inside it, Rodion Shchedrin once said. And live inside it, he did. A master of blending old with new, Shchedrin shaped the sound of Russian classical music for over 7 decades. His works reached far beyond borders, combining folk melodies, modern composition, and emotions that needed no translation. From the dramatic rhythms of Carmen Suite to the sweeping beauty of Anna Karenina, his ballets lit up stages around the world. Many of these pieces were written for his beloved wife, Maya Plisetskaya, a radiant dancer and muse, whose partnership with Shchedrin remains one of the great love stories in music. Rodion's journey began in Moscow. Born into a musical family and trained at the finest conservatories, his creativity didn't just follow tradition, it reinvented it. From operas like Dead Souls to piano concertos filled with daring color and character, his voice was always distinct. As a composer, he never stayed still. He explored serialism, folk textures, and experimental styles, always following curiosity over conformity. He once followed in the footsteps of Shostakovich as president of the Russian Composers Union, yet carved his own path through the shifting tides of history and politics. Shchedrin was awarded the Russian State Prize and named to the Berlin Academy of Arts, among many honors. But perhaps his greatest reward was seeing his work inspire generations. Young composers he mentored, orchestras that performed his scores, and audiences that found something new each time they listened. He passed away peacefully at the age of 91. The exact cause has not been publicly confirmed, but his departure leaves a space that few could ever fill. Conductor Valery Gergiev called him a man of enormous music and boundless soul. His music will continue to move us for centuries. Rodion Shchedrin gave the world a sound uniquely his own, rooted in Russia, reaching for the future. His music still echoes in concert halls, ballet stages, and the hearts of those who believe that art can tell the truest stories. tributes to Rodion Shchedrin. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Let me share an uplifting story of resilience and hope. Georgia McCann, a young woman who has inspired many online, is opening up about her journey to recovery from a long, secret struggle with an eating disorder. For years, Georgia faced recurring setbacks, but found the courage to seek help and chart a new path forward. She describes how life began to brighten as soon as she stepped away from the scale, practiced intuitive eating, and began to listen to her body with kindness. This shift brought amazing changes. Georgia found her dream apartment, landed the work project she always hoped for, and formed meaningful new friendships. Looking back, she's deeply grateful for every moment, saying she knows how close she was to serious danger. Today, Georgia is speaking out so that others don't feel alone, encouraging anyone struggling to remember that asking for help is an act of bravery. Her story reminds us all of the power of hope, healing, and community support, a legacy sure to inspire others for years to come. News 2. Here's a heartfelt update about singer Jessie J that's truly touched fans worldwide. At just 37, Jessie J, known for chart toppers like Bang Bang and Price Tag, recently announced she's been diagnosed with early-stage breast cancer and is focusing on her health. After already undergoing surgery and bravely sharing her journey with the world, Jessie made the difficult decision to cancel her upcoming US tour dates and reschedule her shows in the UK and Europe. Jessie's fans have rallied behind her as she explained, with her signature honesty, that she needs time to heal, but she's hopeful about returning to the stage when the moment is right. On a positive note, she's been sharing her excitement for new music, reminding us all that creativity and hope shine even during life's toughest moments. Jessie J's resilience and openness have long inspired millions. Today, her courage in facing this challenge reminds us of the strength found in community, music, and self-care. We celebrate her for not just her songs, but her spirit, and we're cheering her on as she takes time to recover, eager to welcome her back when she's ready to shine again. News 3. Imagine stepping into the heart of a caring community, where every neighbor comes together for a family in need. This week, many hearts turned to Clinton, Utah, as loved ones and first responders joined the search for Ty Webster, a 38-year-old man who touched many lives. Ty was last seen leaving Ogden, and after an extensive search, was gently found in Monte Cristo. His family expressed deep gratitude for the outpouring of love, prayers, and support received during this difficult time, and they especially thanked the Clinton police and all those who never gave up hope. Ty's memory lives on, not just in the hearts of family and friends, but in the spirit of unity and compassion his journey inspired. Even in loss, we're reminded of the strength we find when we stand together. News 4. What a powerful reminder that hope and perseverance can span decades. After more than 20 years, investigators have finally identified the remains of a man missing since 2004, bringing much-needed closure to his family in Utah. Last year, authorities recovered a submerged SUV from a Duchesne County reservoir and recently confirmed it belonged to the man, who went missing when he was about 40 years old. For his loved ones, this discovery provides answers and the chance to honor his memory, something many families hope for in unresolved cases. The dedication of search teams, using modern forensic tools and good old-fashioned determination, shows us the incredible lengths people will go to reunite families with their past. Today, the man's story is no longer just about loss, but about the unwavering love of a family and a community that never gives up hope. He will be lovingly remembered, and his return home reminds us that it's never too late to find answers and healing. News 5. Have you ever had one of those moments that just makes everything in your life finally make sense? Tyler Baltiera, who you may know from MTV's Teen Mom, recently opened up about experiencing just that. At 33, Tyler bravely shared with fans that he's been diagnosed with autism, a realization that's brought him not fear, but relief and understanding. Tyler and his wife, Caitlin, talked about his journey on their podcast, reflecting on how the diagnosis might have changed his earlier years. Tyler revealed that he started to wonder about autism after noticing some familiar traits in his 6-year-old daughter, Veda. It was a deeply personal revelation, recalling his own childhood struggles and how misunderstood he felt at times. Through it all, Tyler remains a devoted father to his 4 daughters, Novalee, Veda, Raya, and Carly, and has turned this moment into a chance to connect more deeply with his family. In sharing his story, Tyler is offering hope and understanding for families everywhere navigating their own journeys. It's heartwarming to see someone in the spotlight use their voice to encourage acceptance and self-love, showing that understanding ourselves is truly a gift. Tyler's openness will undoubtedly be remembered for inspiring so many others to embrace their authentic selves. News 6. No one expects a simple drive to end in mystery, but that's what gripped the small East Shelby County community when a woman's car was discovered submerged in a retention pond near Gray's Hollow Drive. Local firefighters and rescue teams worked late into the night, searching the waters before finding the vehicle and its occupant in the early hours. While the loss is deeply felt, early reports reassure us there's no sign of foul play, as investigators continue their gentle quest for answers. Though the woman's name has not been shared, her memory reminds us to hold our loved ones close and cherish the quiet moments that connect us all. As neighbors share their compassion and wait for more details, the spirit of togetherness grows, celebrating the bonds that unite every community in times of challenge and care. News 7. If you've spent any time following the lives of Caitlyn Jenner and her close friend and manager Sophia Hutchins, you know just how much their partnership has meant to both of them. Today we remember Sophia Hutchins, a talented entrepreneur, media personality and CEO, whose life was tragically cut short at the age of 29 following an ATV accident near her Malibu home. Known as Caitlyn's confidant and the driving force behind the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation, Sophia inspired many with her drive and compassion. Described by Caitlyn as a true business partner and friend, they shared not just their projects but their lives, even their beloved dog. After the accident, Caitlyn provided support to Sophia's mother and spoke movingly about the pain of losing someone so close, emphasizing the deep bonds that connect us all. Though her time with us was brief, Sophia leaves behind a legacy of leadership, friendship, and generosity. She will be warmly remembered for the positivity she brought into so many lives, and for the lasting impact she made within her community and beyond. Number 1. There was something about Yago. He didn't just walk into a room, he lit it up. That's how a friend once described him, and anyone who met Yago Campos would agree. Yago had a gift for making people feel seen. On the runway or through a screen, his warmth came through. He wasn't just known for his striking presence in front of a camera. He stood out because of his spirit. Kind, dedicated, and always lifting others up, Yago became a guiding light in Brazil's fashion and social media circles. Born in São José dos Campos, his journey began early. He moved quickly from local shoots to international campaigns, working with top photographers and brands. But success never changed him. Even as his online following grew into the thousands, he stayed grounded, sharing his love of fashion, fitness, travel, and honest conversations about mental health. Yago's openness inspired younger models and his peers. He believed in showing the unfiltered side of the industry. He spoke about the hard days, the pressure, and the importance of staying true to yourself. That honesty earned him respect far beyond the spotlight. His sudden passing, at just 25, has left a void. Yago was found unresponsive in a pool while on a birthday trip to Mykonos. The cause is still under investigation, and his friend Ryan Silveira, who was also found at the scene, is currently recovering. In the wake of this tragedy, the love pouring in from around the world tells the story of who Yago truly was. A friend, a motivator, a beautiful soul who always made space for others. He lived with authentic joy, a family spokesperson said. His passion and warmth will never be forgotten. Yago is survived by his family in Brazil, and they've asked for privacy during this painful time. Plans for a memorial are still being finalized. Though his time was short, Yago Campos leaves behind a powerful legacy, one built on creativity, kindness, and connection. He will always be remembered for the way he made people feel. Tributes to Yago Campos. Gary Burbank has passed. May the GOAT rip. Those simple words from fellow WLW host Bill Cunningham captured the heartbreak felt by many.